We're here in Prague, and to another episode of Good Advertising and Coffee. The coffee is somewhere there. And I'm so pleased to be here at Butterflies and Hurricanes. And we're at the lovely studio. And one of the things that I was so impressed by was being at a design agency that does amazing packaging work in the sustainable kind of sustainability space. You have quite an exciting mission. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Packaging design agency trying to do away with packaging.
That's quite an interesting pledge. I think so. So how did that correspond with your values, and why did you suddenly decide to take such a bold mission?
Okay, basically a couple of years ago I went to the conference about the future of the packaging design, and I realized, I faced it for the first time, that I'm a garbage designer.
Yeah.
And being a garbage designer when you have 3 kids, it sucks because you don't want them to suffocate in the plastic. So we started to look around and started to see that there are options which are sustainable, which are enabling a future without plastic packaging, or using reusable packaging and stuff like that. That's how our journey
But
started.
just to be so brave to frame your own work in a way through years and years and years as garbage. And one of the only other things that struck me a little bit today in the visit here was this thing that I think so often in the industry we don't really give credit to the people who make it. So I saw your name and this. What is this? This is some
This is
Czech biscuits
yes.
of sorts. Okay.
And this is our client who, like Zemanka, who makes absolutely no compromise on the fair trade and bio resources. So they also are on the similar journey, kind of going against the wall, because any ingredients in this pack is actually bio or fair trade. So.
But how did that? I mean, so suddenly your logo is on there as well. What's the story about that?
That's what we call new client relationship, because this journey of sustainability brought us to meet new people who have similar mission, similar purpose, and suddenly you realize you don't have this like client and supplier relationship.
Yeah.
You suddenly work for the same case.
Yeah, we're sharing the purpose, and also going in new directions always carries a little bit of risk, and in this way we're letting them know we're with you in that risk. We're sharing in whatever risk there is, and if our designs fail, then we're with them in that.
Yeah.
We take responsibility for that, and if they succeed, then they're happy to bring us along with them.
I think it's so important because we talked about how back in the old days of print advertisement, you actually did have the little agency name there, and it comes with a responsibility, but I think the way you frame it now is more along partnership. And I think that's, I mean, such a fascinating mindset that I think is so important, that we realize if we want to deal with some of these longer term challenges, we need to be partner in this mission. So besides also being a lovely studio, I also have a lovely agency dog, so that's lovely. But one thing I also noticed is this beautiful poster behind us, and I think I recognize at least two of the persons in that image. What was just shortly, what was the deal with this? Because it's really fascinating. I know it's not finished, so this is a pre-premiere of sorts.
Work in progress. Yeah.
Work in progress.
Well, there's the Bull of Wall Street, which is the symbol of the stalwart, bullish, capitalist, aggressive, male, ego-driven market, and then there's the little girl, which was placed there by the agency, and the idea is that the bull sees her there, and then she's not intimidated by him, and this begins to make the bull nervous.
It's kind of like a comic.
It's a comic, and then the bull gets so nervous he's like thinks maybe she's come to destroy him. And in the end, the girl's like, "No, I've come to save you."
So I think that's a really sweet, nice conclusion, in the sense that there's a new future for packaging and design, and I think there's a new future for capitalism, and it's so exciting to be here in a country that is a fairly new member of the kind of capitalist society, and being able to kind of reframe some of those conversations. So thank you so much for inviting me here into your beautiful studio.
Thank you for coming and taking your time and your generosity. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yay.